Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you guys here. Uh, Welcome to our session. Unfortunately, I'm not with you in person today, but I'm happy to give you some information regarding the teaching material as well as the approach of the international economics module. So let's go ahead and start. Uh, so let me go ahead and share screen here. So in this module, international economics, we will be uh, dealing with issues affecting international businesses as well as economies relating to international commerce. So let's go ahead and start here. The three courses covered in this module are one, theory of international trade and economic cooperation. Second, global business economics. And third, international monetary economics. These classes will be taken concurrently during the same semester. Theory of international economics look at explanations for trade pattern, impact on industries, the impact of free trade on stakeholders in the economy, with that understanding, we talk also about the impact of policies to help us understand the how different policies or trade patterns affect stakeholders in the economy, such that you are able to think about how such changes, how such these phenomenon affect your business as well as affecting economies. Okay, so in that class, you will get the theoretical framework for understanding international commerce and its impact. Okay. For global business economics, so this is not global business and economics, it's global business economics, no and here. Okay, global business economics. In this class, we deal with international business, basically, right? So we talk about the context under which uh, international businesses operate. And we would learn a little bit about how trade patterns, how trade policies or agreements could impact international business. Now, international businesses are businesses that have international transactions. Those could be in the form of import, export, foreign direct investment, or even outsourcing. And so all kinds of international involvement that affect your business, we'll talk about in this class. Specific issues covered are foreign market entry modes, as well as what to consider and how these factors impact your business. Okay. And third, in numerical order, but not conceptual order here, is international monetary economics. This class talks about managing international monetary transactions, looking at the relevance to not just companies or industries, but also to economies. You look at balance of payments, you look at foreign exchange market, exchange rate theories, and determinants of trade balance, international capital flows, and formulation of domestic economic policies. So in this class, you're going to deal with a lot of issues regarding the movement of money across border, right? You want to pay for something overseas, you have to convert your money. The exchange rate is going to be an issue, right? And sometimes the exchange rate is not the only thing that's going to affect your ability to pay or receive money. It's also going to be influenced by government policy in terms of how much money they allow you to pay at a time, how much money they allow to be brought into the country. So in this class, you'll deal with kind of uh, I wouldn't say the core, but the the grease of the economic wheel, which is money, how that money movement affects businesses and how business and industries handle the situation of foreign cross-border payments. Okay, so these three classes are taught together as a module, which will culminate in a final project, which look at all the three relevant aspects, and you're going to analyze how these issues impact a particular industry or business. Okay. So with that, we hope that this module gives you the theoretical knowledge as well as the practical skills so that you can take on entry-level positions or your own practice relating to uh, analysis that involves international trade and international transactions. Okay, so I want to use the word transactions because it doesn't cover not just buying or selling, but any kind of dealings that happens across border. Okay, so that's in a nutshell what we cover in this module. The professors uh, responsible are, as you see here, I am responsible for theory of international trade and economic cooperation. While I am the main instructor, there will also be two or three guest lecturers to cover material that require constant updating and maybe require real contact in the field. So I will make in those cases, I have secured people of interest who are appropriate for those posts. But I'm going to be the main person responsible for the class. And then we have global business economics. We have Associate Professor Dr. Tirawat, who will be responsible for that segment of the module. And then finally, for international monetary economics, we have Ajahn Jakrit, Assistant Professor Dr. Jakrit. He will handle the monetary economics side of things. The approach of the module is like this. So, of course, for all the classes, there will be some theoretical background. So the teaching will be lecture-based plus class assignments or quizzes. Okay, so that's necessary. That would go all the way up until about midterm, right? Once we hit midterm, you take your midterm, that's when you get into the final project, which we will announce as soon as we can. In the final project, you will work in groups to analyze specific issues relating to a business or an industry doing business internationally. And you will take the focus of either international trade and trade policy or the business economics or monetary economics as the main topic of focus to analyze how certain issues or concepts affect your industry or business, as well as how the industry or business responds and therefore the implication. Right? So after midterm, you'll focus more on the just working on your project and submitting the report. So in this class, several new skills will be practiced, and your research skill, uh, data management, data source, data source verification, as well as professional organization of a report. Okay, so we do all that in order to prepare you for what we hope that you will get yourself involved in once you finish from our program. If you decide that international economics is your interest, there are several careers available to people who have knowledge and skills in this area. You can work for business. You can work also for government, right? The capacity would be something similar. You will work as either in the leading capacity or support capacity, doing analytical work relating to international transactions or uh, the yeah relating to topics of international economics. So you'll be the analyst. Maybe you will study the impact of trade agreements for your business or the impact of trade agreement on the economy of one country or another. And as I mentioned, the role could be lead, where you're the ones who are trying to guide the project and get an outcome, or you can be the support, which is the person who collects information that's relevant to the question at hand. You might be thinking about international marketing. Now, going to a foreign country, what are some issues you have to think about? You will gather the right information. You'll present it through an analytical lens in such a way that it's useful for whoever gets to use it. You might think about being a trade analyst. You can analyze various uh, financial assets and how sensitive they are to uh, things that happen in the international arena. Yeah, so trade analysts, investment analysts, similar, right? So the the main task is that I want you to picture yourself doing if you pursue such a career is that you have a theory in your mind or in textbooks where you can find, then you can use that as a guide to answer any question that anyone has to throw at you, to that asks you to make suggestions or recommendations for decisions, right? You will have access to the right sources of data. You have some skill thinking about, is this the right or appropriate data to use in this case? So several careers are available. Okay. So with that said, the teaching style would be, like I said, lectures for at least half the semester, and then projects for the another half of the semester. There'll be presentations as well in the final. So you're going to learn to become someone who actually writes very well and tell a good story as well. Tell a good story based on relevant and high quality information. Okay. Now, that would be all that I want to give you as intro today. For question and answer, I believe that we will have channels that you can post or send questions and answer to, which will let our staff take care of that. So that would be all from me for now. Again, thank you for your interest, and I hope to see you guys next semester.